In this next example, we're going to work through constructing a box plot, and we're going to work through and we're going to do this by hand. There is also a way that we are able to do this in StatCrunch, and as I did with the stuff from the previous sections, I will make a quick short video to put up on our D2L page that is going to show us how to do and construct a box plot, especially if we're trying to compare two different data sets. This is going to be something that might be useful for us as you're going through the homework. So there will be extra information posted on D2L about this. But in this particular example, we're just going to do this by hand. So when we're constructing a box plot, we're going to draw the left edge of the box at our first quartile, which is Q1. We're going to draw a vertical line in the middle at our median. We're going to draw the right edge of the box at our third quartile, which is Q3. Then we're going to draw our whiskers. So we're going to take our quartiles and then we're going to add and subtract, kind of based on which direction we're going, 1.5 times our interquartile range to these values. And then we're going to draw any extra dots outside for our potential outliers. So what we should end up with is something that kind of looks like this example up here. In that example up there, everything is labeled. We don't necessarily label our min, our Q1, our median, Q3, things like that as we're going through. We're just going to go through and we're going to sketch out a little picture for this first example. Alright, so what we see here, this dot plot shows the distribution of the 169 tallest buildings in the world as measured by the number of floors in the building. So we're not using feet, we're using the number of floors. So some summary statistics. Q1 is 55, the median is 63, and Q3 is 74.5. The tallest building is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai with 162 floors. The shortest is the Kingdom Center in Saudi Arabia with 42 floors. All right, so we're going to go through and we're going to fill in, kind of down below I have just a sketch of the information that we're going to want and need in order to draw this box plot. All right, so our left edge of our box, remember, is going to be at Q1. Q1, our first quartile, is 55. Remember that we're also going to draw a vertical line inside in the middle of the box where we have our median, which is 63 floors. And then Q3 is 74.5 floors. Right? Now that we have these values, and it kind of depends on the problem that you're working with. If you do have to, which I know in the mini quiz, for example, you are going to have to take a data set and you're going to have to look this information up first. Remember that you can use your summary statistics and StatCrunch to give you all of this information if you're not already being provided with it. All right, so now that we have this information, we're going to subtract. To find our interquartile range, we take Q3 minus Q1. So we're going to take 74.5 minus 55, which is going to give us 19.5. Right, then we're going to take that and we're going to multiply it by 1.5 or 1.5. We get 29.25. Right, so to find our left limit or our lower fence, this is going to be where our whisker going to the left ends. We're going to take our Q1, which was our 55, and we are going to subtract our number that we just got here in our multiplication. So we're going to take 55 minus 29.25 to give us 25.75. Right, then to find our upper fence or our right limit where this right whisker is going to go to, we're going to take our Q3, which is 74.5. We're going to add this number that we multiply by 1.5. So we're going to add 29.25. And we're going to get 103.75. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of this information and we're going to sketch a little box plot down here. Again, I'm going to kind of sketch it in pencil, to begin with, and then I'm going to go through and fill it in using pen before I post it online. So the easiest thing to do is to start with our Q1, our M, and our Q3. And we're going to draw vertical lines at each of those values. Right? So our Q1 is 55, if we go back up and we look at that. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a vertical line in here at 55. Then our M is 63. So we're going to draw a vertical line at 63. And then our Q3 is 74.5. So we're going to draw a vertical line there. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be huge, but just kind of approximate given the scale that we have on our horizontal axis. And then we're just going to fill these in, right? Connect those and give us our top and bottom. Now we are going to go through and we are going to add our whiskers, and we're going to use these values that we see right here. So we're going to go all the way down to 25.75. And then for our right limit, we're going to go up to 103.75. Right, now anything that we have above 103.75 are going to be little dots. So I'm going to shift my paper here for a second. I'm going to look up here. 103.75, we have a few dots here, a few close to 120, and one, our one maximum, all the way out here. So I'm just going to put some little dots on my image for some outliers. So we'll just kind of approximate here that we've got a few dots. A couple that are a little bit more than 120, and then one that's way out here at 160. Right, so what we have here is we've just constructed by hand, again, just a nice quick sketch of a little box plot that we see here.